LaSalle has formally introduced its new president to the media and has an exciting future in mind for our university. Hello, I'm Erin Holly.
And I'm Ethan Ferro. We have an exciting episode for you, full of Philadelphians giving back, world records, and more. You're watching LTV News, where the action never stops.
Hello and welcome to LTV News, where we bring you everything from 20th and Olney Avenue, Philadelphia, and the world.
There's a lot to catch up on in the next half hour, as I had the opportunity to interview members of LaSalle's Explorers Care program to learn more about how they help around the community.
LaSalle Athletics has started a new contest this semester where students can win really cool prizes just for attending the Explorers basketball games. The students who attend the most basketball games will receive points. When a student swipes their LaSalle ID at the entrance of Tom Gola Arena, they receive points. Men's and women's basketball games are worth 50 points each, and select games are worth more. At the end of the season, the top 10 students with the highest total points will all win prizes. Prizes include an Xbox Series S, an iPad, AirPods, an Apple Watch, a GoPro, a Yeti cooler, and more. In addition, every game a student attends, they are entered to win a raffle. LaSalle Athletics is looking forward to seeing who the lucky winners are this basketball season.
During the month of February, we celebrate the immense cultural heritage achievements and tribulations of African Americans during Black History Month. We highlight two African American LaSalle alumni who have made tremendous contributions to the literacy and performing arts. Shazam Brooks, class of '75, is a poet, vocalist, educator, entrepreneur, and community activist. She is the author of 4 books and leads an education and performance initiative that creates opportunities for both children and adults. The next African American LaSalle alum is Charles Fuller. Fuller graduated from LaSalle in '82 with honorary doctorate of fine arts degree. Fuller is a playwright, novelist, and screenwriter, winning a Pulitzer Prize for drama in his play in 1984. Now produces a film titled A Soldier's Story in 2020, winning a Tony Award for the best revival of a play. Philadelphia is brimming with opportunities to celebrate Black History Month and Black culture. Visit the free library of Philadelphia's website for more information on how to get involved.
One of the newest clubs around campus, All Women Every Color, hosted a hygiene drive at LaSalle during these past 2 weeks. AWEC partnered with LaSalle Save to set up drop-off locations all over campus. Items such as body wash, lotion, toothpaste, deodorant, razors, hand sanitizer, feminine products, and more were collected by students at LaSalle. All items were donated to a local nonprofit, Women Against Abuse, which provides services for women experiencing domestic violence. Women Against Abuse empowers women who have faced the trauma of intimate partner violence in many ways, such as giving them these basic hygiene products free of charge. 2 organizations at LaSalle came together to support the community of Philadelphia.
LaSalle formally introduced its new president, Dr. Daniel Allen, to the media this week. Dr. Allen, after being introduced by members of the Board of Trustees and the LaSalle SGA president, gave a speech detailing his plans for the university.
About me is that my career has been largely spent in Catholic higher education and most recently in large urban centers. Catholic higher education, what's happening in cities, matters a lot to me. I've committed my life, I've committed to my career to that. So when this opportunity was presented to me, what was terribly attractive about it is the history that this university has engaged in the work in the city of Philadelphia.
LaSalle Cares helps students on campus take care of basic needs such as food, transportation, and emotional well-being. Ethan had the opportunity to sit down with members of this organization to learn more.
Hi, I'm Ethan Ferro, and I'm here to talk with a team of a newer LaSalle program called Explorers Care. This program is designed to help students with their basic needs here on campus. With me today, I have Ms. Sarita Rios, who is the Director for Student Support and Equity with the program, and Luisa Enriquez, who is a Senior Social Work major and intern with the program. Thank you very much for being here. Sarita, one quick question could I ask you? What exactly is Explorers Care about?
So Explorers Care is a program that is designed to meet students' basic needs. And so over the past couple of years, we've seen an increase in the number of students who might have issues with housing, or they might be food insecure, they might not have enough money to come to the university via, they don't have like public transportation. And so our program is really to help those students with their basic needs so that they can really thrive as students here at the university. We know that when students are hungry, or they are trying to figure out where they're going to sleep for the night, or they just don't have enough of money for books, or all of the things that you need as a college student, it really impacts their academic outcomes. And so we really want everyone here at the university to be able to be successful, and so we really try to remove some barriers so that students can succeed.
That's great. That's really great. So perhaps you could give me a little bit of background. What was the initiative why did you want to start this program here at LaSalle? Like, what was kind of the inspiration behind that?
Yeah, so like I said, the national trend is that we're seeing more and more college students who can barely afford tuition, let alone be able to afford all the other things that they need, like having a meal plan, or if they don't live on campus, just being able to eat or pay for food at the union or wherever. We're seeing a lot of students who are housing insecure. And so what that means is that there's some students who are actually homeless, while there's other students who might be having difficulties just trying to pay for utilities. And so, I think in the past 2 years, we've seen an increase in the number of students on our campus who are experiencing these issues. And so we definitely wanted to do something about it. So it's something that has to do with retention and persistence, and again, just making sure that all students are able to succeed here at the university despite their situation or income.
Gotcha. So, and this next question, either of you can answer this. Perhaps you could talk about some of the basic resources that you assist with. Yeah.
Yeah, so we do a lot. So one of the things that we help with is helping students who are housing secure find temporary as well as long-term housing. So we assist with that. We also have a pantry. Most students here know about the basket, which is a wonderful that we have that at the university. So anybody who needs food can come into the basket and get what they need. We assist with transportation. We have an emergency fund, and so students who have a situation, we all have situations, these unforeseen circumstances, students can tap into that emergency fund. And we also assist with books, and we also support with kind of mental wellness. And so there's our Cognito simulation that we have students complete, all freshmen complete, and some other services around mental wellness. But what's really exciting is that we have something called Single Stop on campus, which is basically a software that allows students to be screened for multiple benefits at one time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So there's a lot of students who might be eligible for like SNAP benefits or utility assistance, and they don't know about it. And so this software allows for people to be screened to see if they're eligible. And if they are eligible, we have our wonderful student support specialist who helps the student access that
Amazing.
particular service.
Wow, that's really great. Are you guys looking to add any newer resources to the program perhaps in the near future?
We are looking to add, and we have noticed that there are a lot of students who are also parents. So we are adding in and locating local resources that do assist parents in terms of just mental well-being, if it's needed for like child care support. Also any financial benefits needed for just that parent-child relationship, especially to focus on campus. We also, aside from that, we do offer, again, like Sarita stated, the transportation, the housing, the food, which is most of what college students in general are seeking. As a college student, you know, single stop is really important because they may feel embarrassed to look for help. And so we are basically here to let them know that there's no need to be embarrassed. We're here to support, and we're here to assist them. And that's basically where I come in. If a student, for example, if you were to apply onto single stop, we would assist you in terms of if you need assistance with filling out the application or just going step by step. Just a lot of hand holding so that the students know that they're not alone in the situation.
That's great. That's really good. So obviously these services are really great, and the fact that you've made them available to all LaSalle students is really, really amazing. What would you say is the best way that any student can get in touch with you guys if they're looking to use any of these resources?
I'll let Louisa answer that question.
Okay. Go ahead. Yes, please.
Well, it's definitely, we do have an email is the best. We do have a single stop at lasalle.edu.
Okay.
We also are outreaching to college students in social media matters. So we do have LaSalle_Explorers Care, an Instagram page. We feel like that's the best way to get in contact with students in more of a informal sense, just so that they don't feel pressured or peered into it. We also are looking out for posters that will be hanging up around campus, so they'll definitely be able to see that. And in the posters, we offer a QR code, so that it's pretty easy to just snap a photo of it, and it'll lead you directly to the single stop application, and you're able to apply.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much, both of you, for being here. I really appreciate you answering the questions, and let's go back to the studio.
Yeah.
It's now time for our first break, but coming up, Adelco chef's dreams come true with the help of a celebrity. Stay tuned.
We are Sikhs, Sikh Americans,
We believe in equality,
tolerance, and respect for all.
because Sikh values are American values.
we are doctors,
PTA moms.
Patriots.
We are Americans. We like Game of Thrones.
I'm obsessed with Star Wars. I've seen every episode of SpongeBob because that's what my daughters like to watch.
We are Sikhs.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see.
DEPR.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale.
Bipolar?
Sorting out a mental health concern takes professional diagnosis and treatment.
Anxiety. I thought so.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
MS does suck.
MS mucks with your central nervous system. Almost everything about your body, your muscles, your organs, your ability to speak, your ability to understand, your ability to move.
MS took everything from me. Everything I thought was important, everything I valued.
I used to jump in a trampoline and swim with the kids.
MS has affected me being a mom because I'm sorry.
Despite MS, I will keep riding my bike.
I will continue to be the strongest mom that I possibly can.
I will still dance with my husband.
I will continue to live the life that my daughter expects me to live.
Multiple sclerosis may be a part of who you are, but it doesn't define you.
I will never stop. I will never quit.
I'm going to keep being me.
A 17-year-old is the youngest player on Team USA. Ashley Sessa from Newtown Square earned a spot on the U.S. women's national team just after completing her final high school season at Episcopal Academy. Sessa began playing at just 4 years old and now plays for one of the most elite club teams in the U.S., WC Eagles. Sessa claims, quote, "I'm so honored to be on the team. The girls on there are so great, and they are amazing players. I always looked up to them," end quote. Sessa will also attend the University of North Carolina, where she plans on continuing her academic and athletic goals.
Local Philadelphia native Kevin Cooper overcame the odds that were stacked against him and successfully navigated Guy Fieri's cooking show, Guy's Chance of a Lifetime. Just before the show taping had started, Cooper found out that his sister passed away and his wife was also diagnosed with cancer. Despite the terrible news, Cooper stayed focused and continued in the cooking competition. Throughout the show, contestants compete to determine who is able to run and operate a fast food restaurant called Chicken Guy. Cooper won the competition and is now set to own his Chicken Guy franchise in the Philadelphia area. Being on Guy Fieri's show helped Cooper in more ways than one. He said, quote, "Guy Fieri was teaching us life lessons, like things we needed to work on. It basically molded me and strengthened me to become better," end quote. Stay on the lookout for Cooper's new chicken joint in the Philadelphia area.
The Philadelphia 76ers recently relaunched their Buy Black program. This program was developed to promote and market to a few select Black-owned businesses that were founded in the communities in which they live, work, play, and win. One local Philadelphia business the Sixers recently endorsed is the Thunder Mug Cafe, located in the East Falls area of Philadelphia. The cafe's owner, Lizette Appy, had this to say about receiving the endorsement. Quote, "It's going to highlight the importance of coming together as a community. The Sixers marketing department is going to be behind me, and that is a huge part of what the package is. It also gives hope, strength, and courage. That is really going to solidify the Black community and Black female entrepreneurs," end quote.
After 10 years of observation, a 75-year-old man has been declared free of cancer. 3 weeks after starting an immune cell treatment, Doug Olson was given the all clear, learning that there was not a single cancer cell left in his body. The treatment was created by the University of Pennsylvania. The University of Pennsylvania reports that the immune cell treatment is not a miracle cure. Only 25 to 35% of people will go into remission. For Olson, however, he has returned back to regular running with his son. So Ethan, welcome to the desk. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
So we have a lot of great local stories that we just talked about here. This local native, Kevin Cooper, overcoming the odds.
I know. That was just awful. Can you imagine having something like that happen to you? Like, it's so terrible.
I know, and he still persevered, and he continued on in this cooking competition, and he won. And his perseverance definitely paid off, because now he's going to get to own and operate his own Chicken Guy over here, like in his home, because he's from Delco, not too far away. But that is a very great story. And Doug Olson being declared free of cancer, that's just very wholesome.
Yeah, very inspiring.
And he is 75 years old and still going on runs with his son and everything, so that's just great to see somebody back into great health like that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But, so we also talked about the Sixers Buy Black program. That is just something great going on in our local community. I actually went to a Sixers game last weekend. So they did do some advertising for that there. So it's great to just hear all these wholesome things going on in our community right here in Philadelphia.
Absolutely. We have one more break, but coming up, a new way to set the mood in the zoo. Stay tuned.
I just missed the shuttle.
You never hit record!
I never hit record. I just got an F on my exam.
Is that you? Do you sit around bored all day? Do you want to watch television shows where you can look at the people and be like, I can be that. That's me. Well, you should check out LaSalle TV. rhyme. We got entertainment news at Backstage Pass. We got regular news at LTV News. We got sports news at Sports Talk and Sports Line. And for those of you who really want some fun stuff, Q&A, because down at LaSalle TV, we got a full buffet.
Thanks, LaSalle TV.
Thanks, LaSalle TV.
Thanks, LaSalle TV. I still miss my shuttle.
Yo, bro, what's good?
What's going on?
How you feeling, man?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
When'd you start smoking?
Smoking? It's a jewel, bro.
It's a jewel?
Yeah.
Listen, you might as well be smoking cigarettes. When you start juuling or vaping, you're 4 times more likely to start smoking cigarettes.
Is that true?
That's very true. Give me the jewel. You don't need it.
To learn more about e-cigarettes, go to thetruth.com.
A Dutch city has decided to dismantle their bridge in order for Jeff Bezos' yacht. The Amazon CEO is having a 417-foot yacht constructed in Rotterdam. To make room, a section of the bridge will be temporarily removed. Bezos will reportedly be paying for the deconstruction of the bridge. Rotterdam residents are angered, claiming that the bridge is the only route to the sea. In 2017, council promised to never dismantle the bridge again. Others see this as an opportunity for jobs to be created. The mayor's office argues that this will be economically beneficial for the city.
Spotify has made the news recently for a controversy involving the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. The Joe Rogan Experience has become one of the most popular podcasts over the last few years, but recently has come under fire for apparently spreading misinformation about COVID-19 vaccines. Popular musicians and spoken protesters Neil Young, Joni Mitchell, and Crosby, Still, and Nash have elected to take all their music off Spotify to protest after the platform decided not to silence Rogan for his apparent spread of misinformation. Spotify released this statement about the issue, quote, "We want all the world's music and audio content to be available to Spotify users. With that comes great responsibility in balancing both safety and listeners and freedom for creators. We have detailed content policies in place, and we've removed over 20,000 podcast episodes related to COVID since the start of the pandemic," end quote.
Australia's koala population faces a crisis, declining by nearly 30% since 2018. The 2020 bushfires yielded catastrophic results to the species and their habitat, wiping out 6,400 koalas alone. The worst decline being in South Wales with a devastating % gone. To combat their decline, the Australian government has pledged to invest $35 million for the rebuildings of the habitats and research. The research will focus on koala health and wellness, as well as ways to keep the population from declining further. Prime Minister Scott Morrison stated his desires for this project, quote, "Koalas are one of Australia's most loved and recognized icons, and we are committed to protecting them for generations to come," end quote. We hope to see some turnaround with these efforts.
The Trent M Monkey Zoo in Stafford, England, hired a Marvin Gaye impersonator to perform inside a monkey habitat to get them to breed. The British Zoo aims to boost its population of endangered monkeys, the Barbara Mackay. Marvin Gaye impersonator David Largue performed a number of songs from the Soul Legends catalog, including Let's Get It On and Sexual Healing, inside the Habitat Park. Director Matt Lovat says he thought it would be a creative way to encourage our females to show a little affection to the males that might not have been so lucky in love. We can expect to discover whether the serenation had any effect on the monkeys when the birthing season arrives in the late spring or early summer.
8-year-old Benny the Labrador was given a second at life and has stolen the hearts of many in an unusual way. Cheryl DeSangro is a retired figure skater and has taught this old dog some new tricks. With a skate on each paw, Benny can be seen gliding around the Woolman Ice Rink in New York City with Cheryl close behind. As if this wasn't impressive enough, Benny is also raising money for the Animal Vision Foundation with his talents. The foundation aims to increase research funds focused on improving medications for animal vision. If it weren't for Cheryl's rescuing efforts, Benny may not have had the chance to put a smile on so many faces.
A yearly tradition in New York continues as the nonprofit organization Super Soul Party ran another successful gathering. Parties first started in 2017 after New York filmmaker Mara Kay saw a man on the street holding a sign that said, "I don't want food, I don't want drink, I just want to be seen." This prompted Kay to host a Super Bowl party in New York where he invited homeless people on the street to enjoy the Super Bowl in comfort. What started just in New York has now moved to 36 cities in the United States where nonprofit members offer hot food, haircuts, and housing to watch the big game.
So we have so many heartwarming stories that we just talked about. We talked about a lot of animals. We love talking about animals on this show.
The dog on the skates was adorable.
That
was really
precious.
sweet.
I never thought an animal could ice skate.
I'd never seen that before. It was very cool.
When I saw those pictures in that video, I thought that was so cute. Plus, he's also raising money for a good cause. So that's just amazing to hear. How do you feel about this serenading the monkeys in the zoo?
Well, I'm a big Marvin Gaye fan, so, if they were trying to go that route, I'd say they probably couldn't have picked a better artist for that purpose. But, we'll see how it goes, when the birthing season comes around, see whether it was effective or not. But I think they went with the right artist for the job, so.
Yeah, I really hope that works out for them. I've really never heard anything like that, but
Me either.
Hopefully they find success there. But that just about does it for this episode, but be sure to find us on the web as well as the rest of LaSalle TV on our Facebook page. We love to hear your thoughts, so tweet at us using our Twitter handle and start the conversation.
If you missed the scoop and want to see it, you can find episodes on YouTube at our LaSalle TV Philly page.
Until next time, for Maria, Sam, and the entire crew, I'm Erin Holly. Thanks for watching LTV News, where the action never stops.